Hey, nice to meet you. You look great,
Such
by
a
the way.
pleasure. Thank you. I love your nose ring.
Thank you. Oh,
Okay.
nobody says that. I forget it's there. I used to have the eyebrow ring.
Yeah.
Took it out.
Yeah.
I'm not getting old. I just like, time for a change.
Yeah.
I had that too before.
Really?
We were talking about all this. Let me ask you a question. So I heard, and tell me if this is true or not, you actually knew about this story before even signing on for the film.
Absolutely true.
Tell me about that.
Well, I did my last year of high school in Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
And so I learned about it in Virginia history, in my Virginia history class.
Wow.
Then I watched the documentary a year before.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then you joined the film.
And then I
which
joined the film.
Must have been an emotional thing for you to be a part of this now. I mean, that's just had to be just the most incredible thing.
It's still very emotional. I'm overwhelmed with gratitude.
You know, the funny thing is, this happened not too long ago, 50 years ago, but it's still relevant to discussions today. What are your hopes that people have? What are your hopes for people to talk about after they see this amazing film?
The love.
Okay.
The love. And I'm hoping that they talk about the love because love is the center of his story. It's not about the court case. It's not about the Supreme Court overturning it because at the end of the day, they should have been able to love whoever they wanted to. But it's about the fact that during a time when it was against the law and they were condemned and exiled for loving one another, they continued to love one another in spite of, because of, and just because they loved each other. And they fought through that. And it wasn't easy. You know, Mildred says we may lose the small battles, but win the big war. And so because of them, they won a Supreme Court case that they didn't want to win. You know, that's not what they set out to do. They just set out to be married, love one another, go home. But in winning that case, they helped to change the world and impact the world. And they're still changing the world and impacting the world because their case is at the center of, was at the center of helping to legalize same-sex marriages in America. And outside of that, their case is now coming up within the Black Lives Matter movement. Mm-hmm. And even with the presidential race that's happening right now, their case is at the center of it. And it's at the center of everything that life should be about. And it's just loving people.
That's exactly, I saw this with my mom. There were 3 of us in the theater before I came out here to interview you guys. Mom and I walked out of the screen and we looked at each other, and that's exactly the conversation that we had. What you just said, were you there?
I was there.
I'm gonna have to watch out for you right now. Tell me what it was like to work with Joel and Ruth on this film.
Surreal. It was a blast. But okay, let's take the fun out of it. It was a blessing to be able to watch their work ethic, to see their process, to be able to take a little from her and take a little from him. And it was amazing to just be able to feed off of their energy because they're pros at this. And I'm just a little grasshopper trying to learn the game, And so it was a blessing.